My wife Susan and I are very excited because today our daughter is married to such a wonderful person who we all love, and that is Dave. She was also born with a very special talent in art, and she's worked very hard to develop that talent. As you can see on the tables, there's a lot of her artwork, and it just shows how much she and Dave enjoy spending time together, and just how much they just enjoy their company. One thing that I remember back in the 1990s was when CaroShiine was about 3 or 4 years old, and she always loved looking at our wedding photo. And I wonder what she loved so much about the wedding photo. Well, obviously she loved her parents. But one of the things that she loved most was her mother's wedding dress, which she's wearing today.
Can you come up and say a few words?
So I'm in my kitchen one day with David and Frank. He gets this text that I'll always remember. Was, hey, your dad's friends with my dad. Slightly different, you're going to hear some similar stories between me and Carlos because we go back. But, Dave was dating this woman, CaroShiine, but he never mentioned the Torres part. It goes back, we worked together at least 5 years, and in advertising that's more like 35 years. But I digress. It's not really about me and Carlos. A little aside, those are the best vows I've ever heard. Sleep was not something Dave was really into. And when we put him to bed, we would know how long he stayed up by the Lego city that he built. Then he learned how to make all these clay animals. And he actually had this really great little business going, but the Chatham school system shut him down. Then he learned how to play guitar. And like anything that Dave does, he really got into it. He didn't just strum. Dave can play like Eddie Van Halen or Joe Satriani. Dave can really play guitar. So my point is, Dave always knew the right answer to lots of different things. And I used the case in point in Look Who We Married. CaroShiine is wonderful, she's creative. Okay, here's another question. Who here has an Emmy Award? Show of hands, anybody win an Emmy Award? No? CaroShiine's won an Emmy Award.
So I'm Mike, David's brother. I'd like to tell you about how growing up we were really inseparable, but the reality is a little bit more nuanced than that. And when he dressed up as one of these characters, he really was the character, to the point where you'd have to say, for example, hey Batman, dinner's ready. Even if we were not, always together as kids, I've always really respected how passionate David is and how he can clearly identify and pursue his interests without hesitation. We actually went on a trip together to Japan in 2009, just the two of us. We both liked video games, we both liked unique Japanese things, like at the time cat cafes, although now I guess they're everywhere. Well-made umbrellas. He also, on this trip, was just a great travel companion. He was decisive, but at the same time he was very willing to compromise. So I started to realize that he's really everything that I want in a brother. After Dave met CaroShiine, I think that he just became really happy. All right, my toast is, first of all, I'm glad that you're going to Japan for your honeymoon. I hope that'll be a really fantastic trip. Congratulations. I hope this is a great day for you. I love you both.
So I've known CaroShiine for a very long time, 17 years to be exact. We first met in 8th grade when we found out that we shared the same taste in music, Japanese rock. We were both 12 and couldn't understand a single word, but we understood each other. To seal our friendship forever, we got matching tattoos. Yay! So I have one, she has one. CaroShiine, you're the closest thing I'll ever half to a sister, so I think I'm qualified to say that this is the happiest I've ever seen you. Dave is so patient and caring. He would do anything for Caroline, and that's very easy to see if you just spent 5 minutes with them. And I just want to say that I love you both.
Hi everyone, I'm the bride's sister-in-law, Emma. My husband, John, and I are proud parents to that little guy right there, Kyle. Caroline, I love your playfulness and your drive. You are so sweet with Kyle, reading all of his favorite books, swinging on the playground, and showing him all the letters on an old typewriter, especially the giant spacebar. Dave, what I love about you is your thoughtfulness and your kindness. When we were at the bachelorette party, Sisi coordinated a "How well do you know the bride and groom" game. And one of the questions was, name the bride's siblings. And for this question, there were 2 different answers. Caroline said, Ben and John. But Dave said, Ben, John, and me. So Dave and Caroline, I know that your playfulness, kindness, thoughtfulness, and drive will lead to many years of love and adventures. Cheers.
My name's John. I'm Caroline's older brother. It's great to see everybody here. Everybody's wonderful to have everybody together. I know that a lot of you traveled from really far, all the way from Carolinas, California. It's wonderful to have everybody here celebrating together. So a couple years ago, my dad, he asked me, "Do you remember Richard Eber from Mcaulley?" Thinking, well, in 30 years I've been around, you've hung out with like 3 people. Not to make him sound unpopular, because if you go to any record store, like anywhere, he's friends with everybody. But yeah, Richard Eber, you guys were work buddies. I totally remember that. Oh, well, Caroline is dating Richard's son, Dave. Oh, wow, that's crazy. But shortly after that, you know, I met Dave, and seeing the 2 of them together, and you realize that it's not really that crazy. Maybe it's just one of those meant to be sort of things. Dave is super knowledgeable about everything. You can talk to him about anything. From 2 years ago, you even stepped in as an awesome uncle, even though that title just became official today. Kyle adores the both of you. Even though I know for a while he called you Uncle Ben there. But I'm so happy to welcome you to the family. I know that you made Caroline so happy. Caroline, congratulations on your big day. Thank you again, and one last toast.
Cintiq.